don't see anything yet. So.
Yeah, I gotta get the camera set. Ready to roll?
Mm-hmm.
You see it? Let's go! Get down! Can't wait! Shoot! Let's go! We got an ad right here.
That's the world. You know, you got to be patient for everything.
All right, you guys ready to roll?
Patience is a virtue.
Patience is a virtue. Let's go.
Sometimes.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion. Today is Saturday, March the 22nd, 2020, and we are here to get right into multiple topics. Today, we're going to play a little bit of 5K tennis Jeopardy, and we are going to give away another prize. So just stay tuned for the 5K tennis Jeopardy. Let's go.
I just have to ask, how many people have you bored already of being home?
We have
How many of you?
We haven't been in essence home terribly much, but what has become very difficult for us to do as coaches is to somehow follow the rules of social distancing in a way to our students, right?
Yeah.
So I'll kind of explain that. Like today we had a couple of lessons, and it almost seemed how do I put this into perspective? I felt like for the better part of the lessons, I spent more time making sure I stayed away from the student. Mm-hmm. Insofar as we had a very young beginner student, and generally we will get behind one of the younger students, and kind of grab their arm, or not grab, but just gently, kind of help them with their stroke production, show them how to hit a forehand by kind of shadowing it with them. But today we found ourselves having to make sure that we just kind of shadowed it from afar. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it makes you think. But I have one question, or not a question, but I before we get into this show, I definitely want to reiterate that any viewer out there that wants to give us an update about your circumstances wherever you are, please do so. We would love to hear it, where you are, what's going down, and what we're gonna do is just to have some fun. As soon as we see maybe 10 or 11 people logged in, I'm gonna start another round of the 5K tennis Jeopardy, and I'm gonna ask questions, and I'm gonna keep score, and we're gonna make a game show once again. So it was pretty successful last round, so I'm gonna do it again this time. So once we get some people logged in, then we'll get going. But how is everyone? Please feel free to let us know what's going down, and what's going on in your neck of the woods. All right, so first off, right out of the bag, the Laver Cup conceded the match and has voluntarily agreed to, from what I understand, to shift their dates, or to move it around no matter what, because the grandpapa, the French Open, moved, and the French Open is going to happen, at least as long as we're all able to travel internationally come that point in time. So my question to everyone right off the bat is, does anyone think that any time in the rest of this year, 2020, that governments, local, afar, domestic, abroad, are just going to say, hey, on this date, all gates are open, the horses can leave the gate and just return to life? I mean, does anyone really think that? Does anyone really think that the life in which we are dealing with now, does anyone think there's a checkered flag? And once that date comes, that checkered flag is just going to be boom, and everyone just, proceed into normal life again? Do you think that's going to happen?
I don't know. From what it sounded today, 15 days, right? We're supposed to be like sort of away from each other, and then 11 days from now should be fine. I don't know.
Yeah, I have a real hard time believing that whatever XYZ date that we are given here, here a couple of days ago, it was like, okay, 15 days and you can, go back to whatever. I have a really hard time believing that in 9 more days that, okay, everyone just carry on and back to normal. I don't think that's going to happen. What do you think? I mean, what do you think? What do you out there think? I mean, a big shout out right off the bat to Italy. They're going through the thick of it. I mean, the thick of it. And I don't want to kind of circumvent, I guess the agenda at hand. But I mean, Italy's had a real rough deal, and I want to be kind of politically correct because we will get the video pulled before we even get it started. So we have to be careful with that. But big shout out to the whole Italy crew, right?
I mean, here we have a lot of cases going on, but it seems to me, I mean, we saw some NBA players, they got it. They were not sick. They were pretty healthy, even though they decided to stay away. It seems to me like healthy people are getting through it pretty quickly. Seems like people that have issues with their health, smoke, asthma, stuff like that, older age, are having more issues with it. Or maybe there's something that we don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, an interesting scenario nonetheless. But the Laver Cup finally.
Well, he was going to do that. Nadal wants to play the French Open. Who did he have? Zverev. Kyrgios doesn't matter. Who else was there? Isner, Fritz, Shapovalov. I'm sure all these guys rather play a Grand Slam.
Where? From talking about the previous players that have enrolled or been selected for the Laver Cup?
Sure. John McEnroe has to work as a commentator. Borg, I'm sure, was pretty bummed out, but I'm sure they're going to pick a date. It'll probably mess up the whole Asian swing is what I think is going to happen. There will be no tournaments in Asia, probably.
We talked about this on the last show. There's no doubt that the Laver Cup, i.e. Godsake, Federer's agent, Team 8, Roger himself had to, I guess, concede the match in a way because ultimately 128 players, male and female, which is what? 128, was that 256? So 256 players in total versus 12. Male only, given the times, you knew it was going to happen. You can't blame, Fed. You can't blame Team 8. You can't blame Godsick for at least trying to, draw a line in the sand. But we knew the line in the sand wasn't going to work. So the Laver Cup, question mark. But in my own opinion, the French Open, or Roland Garros, I don't know why they ever had to change the marketing behind Roland Garros and the French Open anyway. I don't know why it became such a big thing. What does Roland Garros even translate into?
I don't know.
I should know that. I'm not that.
I don't know, but a lot of people are upset about that. I think the U.S. Open even said that no one, the French Federation or whoever decides about the French Open, they didn't consult with anyone. And I think that the U.S. Open had some plans that they might push it back even further if life doesn't become normal again.
So the U.S. Open and the French Open, in essence, are now in even a further dilemma because, as we have kind of come to realize or come to research, that the U.S. Open was procrastinating or thinking about shifting their tournament dates to the latter part of the year as well, but the French Open beat them to the punch in a way, from what I understand. So here's the deal. We talked about this on the last live show. To keep feeding fodder to the masses and media jargon and talk and all this other stuff. There's an old saying, don't believe anything you read. Mm-hmm. Half of the stuff you see and hear, that type of thing. We've said that here a ton of times. I don't think for the rest of this year moving forward, even maybe for the Australian 2021, that you can go ahead and count your chickens and think that this is going to happen.
Well, didn't we just hear just like hours ago that the Olympics could get postponed? It's up to them, but could get postponed.
Yeah, and
maybe someone suggested maybe next year.
It would be foolish for Tokyo not to postpone the Olympics. I mean, they're not going to get, even if they, okay, last night, and I have this written in a segment in the latter part of the show, but last night, Carla, you and I were kind of flipping through some different things, and we saw World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. When I was a boy, it was WWF.
I think I fell asleep. You watched that.
Yeah, and here was like Gronkowski, the former tight end for the Patriots. What's up, B-Dog? Let's go. Too bad Brady's gone. But we saw them trying to pull off TV airtime, primetime for WWE wrestling. And without the fans there, they did a good job, but it just wasn't the same. So
obviously it's not the same. They should just put like fake stuff and go like, whoo, 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 whoo. Maybe like some noise, sound effect.
Kind of like Saturday Night Live, where if you go, when it comes time to applaud, there's like a light that comes up. It's like applause and clap. But no, I mean, they did a really good job. And I really think Gronkowski and I really think WWE as a whole has the right intentions, but it just wasn't the same. I think WWE Also, Vince McMahon has the XFL, which back when I was younger, they had a version of it that was a flop, ridiculous, hideous stuff. The power shut off in like the first week or something. But I think that they have a more desirable product this time around. Anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Wuggus, it doesn't matter. Anyway, Wuggus meaning who gives a shit. But nonetheless, they canceled their season already because of this deal that we're going through. But they still were trying to deliver a product with the wrestling. And it was all right. But again, without the crowd there to pump you up, you know, a lot of NBA players like Steph Curry, LeBron were like, I'm not going to play without fans. And I get it. When you play tennis, Carla, do you get more animated and pumped? Oh, let's go. When you got people watching you, like, let's go. Don't you get more motivated to kick ass and take names?
We're not pros, so we're not used to the crowd. I don't think it matters to me whether I play. But I get it. For professional, yes, they need that, you know, those fans to pump them or boo them or whatever. Yeah, they do need them.
Well, Carla, correct me if I'm wrong, but when I broke my arm and blew out my patellar tendon, I was totally chill and was ready to concede the match. But when a couple spectators rolled up on the set, and it was match point against me, and I had spectators, did I not go way too hard simply to try to impress the crowd and therefore blew out my leg and broke my arm?
I guess you did.
And
I'm not that way. I ignore everything around me.
Yeah, and then the two people that came to watch actually had to carry me to the car, and then I like passed out on the way to the hospital.
You didn't pass out.
Well, kind of like in and out of consciousness. So anyway, but yeah, the crowd influences the level of play a lot. Look at Novak Djokovic, an absolute beast at working the crowd. The young Daniil Medvedev is great at working the crowd. You know, turning a negative into a positive, getting the crowd behind them. Who are some of the great athletes that have had the crowd rally behind them?
McEnroe definitely was one.
McEnroe.
Yeah, no, McEnroe used the crowd. Yes, he did.
Well, I wouldn't have been in the crowd because I thought he just was hideous sportsmanship.
Connors used the crowd.
Hideous sportsmanship.
Connors, Kyrgios uses the crowd. Chang used the crowd. Roddick would use the crowd. Agassi definitely used the crowd. Sampras would do that to pump himself up.
All right, so real quickly, I noticed the phone here. There's no messages. So when we start Jeopardy, we can't do it without messages. So if there's anyone out there watching that wants to be involved in a prize giveaway and a game show, and I've got a bunch of good questions asked, relatively simple, start sending messages. Otherwise, I'll just skip it. But we want to do a prize giveaway with either some t-shirts, with either cash sent directly to you via like PayPal or Venmo, or strings, etc. So, or hats. We have hats. So if there's anyone that wants to be involved in a prize giveaway or wants to be involved in the game of 5K Tennis Jeopardy, make sure you at least put, hello or thumbs up, whatever. Otherwise, we'll just skip it. All right? All right, real quick. Novak Djokovic caught a lot of heat when Miami and Indian Wells were kind of canceled, and then Novak Djokovic left California and flew back home to Serbia and caught a lot of heat from a lot of players, mainly the likes of Pospisil and some other,
Pospisil didn't tell him anything.
Who was the one that was like, he shouldn't have left, he should have let us know.
It was
this is
a
questionable.
player from Japan. It was Daniel Taro.
No, it was Taro Daniel. Yeah, sorry, Pospisil on that one.
Pospisil, no, it's his buddy.
But Pospisil gripes a lot.
Yeah, he does. But he's in the ATP Council, too.
I wonder if the comments are turned off.
No, I'm sure they're not. Some people don't like to chat, man.
Well, I mean, if you want to win something, $20 maybe, send it to you directly. I mean, put a thumbs up. I mean, it's on you. I mean, otherwise it doesn't really matter.
I'm sure, otherwise I wouldn't be able to chat because I'm using my account, so.
All right, well, let's go.
And I can log out and log into our account, and I'm sure we'll see the same thing.
But Novak Djokovic caught a lot of heat for departing the U.S. during the early hard court kind of, what do they call it, the Sunshine Double. Went to Serbia, and there was some heat that he took for...
Yeah, did he know something we didn't know, basically?
Yeah, the conspiracy is, what did he know because he's the Players Council president or whatever. However, Janko, the Tipsarevic, what's up? I love that guy.
The tattoo guy. And
the glasses. Love that guy. He was, Tipsarevic was what, number 8 in the world at one point?
I don't know.
I'm telling you, it's got to be,
No, Justin, I'm sure it's fine. Seriously, I wouldn't even worry. Just do the show anyways.
All right, well, it doesn't matter. Okay, so Jarko, how do you say it? Janko? How do you pronounce that?
I don't know. Janko?
So Tipsarevic indicated that Novak Djokovic and their team had already decided to not play Miami and to leave prior to any of the BS jargon that was dispersed about any of them beforehand.
Oh, you are right.
What?
Yeah, for some reason I wasn't seeing their messages on my other account.
See, what's up? I told you.
So I saw Alex says hello. Programmer says hello. Gene says oh. Tomas says hi guys.
See, what's up?
Gene said 240 cases, and then he said bars are being closed from 1 p.m. each day.
Motivation.
And says hello. No, it won't. Wimbledon likely to be canceled given how many things are developing in the UK, says Tomas.
Let's go.
Sinisa says doctors say 6 to 8 more weeks. And then Gene says, yeah, sorry guys, I wasn't seeing anyone's
I told you
message.
she was procrastination. Lack of preparation. Quiet? Hold on, I gotta grab something. It's important. Read the messages.
This is a problem. You can't see the comments. Okay, I'm gonna type now. Can you see it now? See, let me know, guys, if you can read this. Because Carla, you can't see the comments. Yeah, that's why I logged into the other account. I wasn't sure about that. Can you guys see it now? Janko Tipsarevic has the highest ranking of number 8. Thank you, Gene. Yes. Okay, so I won't be able to log into my other account. I must have done something on the other one. So we're waiting for Justin. Justin has a bad habit of getting up a lot. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I can see. Okay, so Gene, they're closing everything over there at 1 p.m. 1 p.m.? Really? Wow.
Man, okay, hold up a second.
You can't go anywhere with Justin.
Hold on,
you
no,
cannot go anywhere with Justin.
Not even the case. We got 5 kids in here.
Don't even go there.
What are you tripping on? Okay, look. By the way,
so John Jonovich says hi, Carla. So I saw another one. What is this? My band's new album's releasing tomorrow. Make sure you guys support Gene and watch him.
All right, so
we're all home anyways.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Gene Swart. Let's go, Gene Swart.
Tomas says I'm a Djokovic fan. So happy about Wimbledon without fans.
Okay, that makes sense. I didn't think about that. Djokovic always gets heckled by the fans in London. If there's no fans, I still don't think that helps him, though. I think even the negative energy helps him play better.
Yeah, I think he prefers the fans, don't you?
But back to Gene Swart. There's a few musicians in this house. I'm curious. What is the kind of genre of music that you're playing? Is it rock and roll? Is it country? Is it rap? Is it hip hop? Is it digital? Is it gospel? What kind of music is it? Because there was supposed to be some live show that we were supposed to all be reminded of, and I didn't get the reminder. Not that I ever looked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm really bad about keeping up with that stuff. But nonetheless, let's go. What kind of music is it? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's a poll question, by the way. Starting out with a poll question. Carla calls me old. O-L-D. Old.
Gospel, he says. Okay, I'll watch it tomorrow.
Okay, I want to see it. There is someone that won a tennis racket from us named Matt Kane in London. What's up, Matt Kane?
I hope he's okay. I haven't heard from Matt in a while.
I have. I chatted with, not chatted with Matt, but I saw some
gospel rock. Okay, I'll let my son watch it. My son plays for a church band as well.
Yeah, Matt Kane.
And he's doing a live stream tomorrow.
Who is?
Christopher.
Our son, Christopher, is doing a live stream doing what? Playing?
Yeah.
Playing in a band. Okay, so I forgot what I was going to say because I didn't know Chris was playing tomorrow on a live stream on the internet. You forgot to tell me about this deal.
No, I told you that. It's just what happens when you get old.
Oh, okay. Freeze that. Carla, before we started hitting record for the second time today, Carla called me old because I watched Jeopardy.
Well, I don't mind watching Jeopardy at night, but you guys wanted to watch Jeopardy while we were eating lunch. I'm like, okay, that really makes me feel old. I'm only 40 years old. You're 42. I mean, we're not that old. Come on now.
Let's go. Woo! All right, so is that true or false? If you watch Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune?
You're old.
Are you old?
Yes, you're old.
So you're calling me old?
You are old.
I don't get that. I'll crumple this paper up. Throw it at you. Dang. All right. So to finish the quick segment on Novak Djokovic getting all the conspiracy theorists saying that, you know, he was the ATP player council president or whatever, and he just dipped off to Serbia and had the hot information off the press and didn't tell anyone else, you know, all the bullshit, the Woogie stuff that was talked about. Okay, let's be real. Stop talking. Homeboy already had plans beforehand, and that's factual. So let's just move on.
He wasn't even going to play Miami Open.
All right, next up, the USTA, that's the United States Tennis Association, that basically is the fundamental cornerstone behind the U.S. Open. As we talked about on the first live show that we did, we knew that when the French Open shifted, they were going to battle it out. So the U.S. Open says, well, now we thought about changing our dates, and now we can't because you changed your dates. Well, boo-hoo. Whatever, figure it out.
Yeah, but they are right. I think who was the player? Arnold Clement. I read a
Arnaud Clemente.
I used to like him.
I liked him
I had
too.
a crush on him when he was on tour.
Arnaud Clemente?
Yeah.
Oh, you thought he was hot?
The one with the glasses, the long hair. Remember, I like blondes.
Alrighty. Okay.
I like guys who have light hair. I don't know. Ever since I was little, my dad used to laugh at me because he used to say, "There's Blondie." Anybody who was blonde and light eyes was definitely like eye-catching for me.
All right. So, how many tennis players does Carla have the hots for? Let's start.
No, I said I used to have a crush.
Whoa. Okay, let's start this out. Number one, Stefan Edberg. Back in the day, I know that for a fact.
Looks good.
Okay. Thor, aka Karen Khachanov.
Yeah, but he's not. I don't have a guy.
You thought he was hot when he was winning matches, and now that he's not. He's just not.
No, he's not.
Okay, his big stature now.
Stupid forehand.
All right, so okay. Anyway, so and then we had Iron Man Fusovic.
Oh yeah.
Fusovic, the soldier himself.
He's a 10.
Okay, and you did like maybe 10 years ago, David, the little man Ferrer. You love Ferrer. You love Ferrer, and you really. I think tomorrow you might leave the entire family for Rafael Nadal.
No, that's not my type of guy.
I think you might.
I love him as a tennis player, but I would never date someone that looks like him.
I think you might leave the family for Feliciano Lopez.
No, never. I've never been attracted to Feliciano.
Oh, so it's your main squeeze is Martin Fusovic?
Yeah, I like those type of guys.
Right.
I don't like dark skin like me. I mean, I like light. Oh, light.
Maybe I need to hit the gym and get swole.
He's swole.
Let's go.
I have a crush on Naomi Osaka. Elena Rebekina says Gene Schwartz. And
Who said that?
Tomas, Gene Schwartz. And Tomas says, do you like Muguruza?
I do like Muguruza. Muguruza. I don't know if it's Muguruza or
Muguruza.
Duh. She's Spanish. It says
but
Muguruza.
wait, but that's Spaniards. So Spaniards do
I think Muguruza holds herself very well.
She's very pretty.
Kind of like Gabriella Sabatini.
She's very natural.
Very natural. When you see Muguruza or Muguruza off the court, she holds herself well.
Definitely.
She has a notebook generally in her hand if she's in the
What is this with the notebook in your hand?
All right.
When have you seen me with a notebook in my hand?
Okay, hold on a second.
The notebook in your hand. Guys, are you really impressed with a girl that has a notebook in her hand?
No. You don't get it. You don't get it because you're new to coaching. You're within the last 10 years of coaching. And let me explain why.
Mladenovic and Diana Yastremska. Okay, Gene, you like a lot. But then again, you're 17, so yeah. It
is the year 2020. Let's say 10 years ago, the year 2010, cell phones were around, but nothing, like a keyboard at your fingertips and predictive text and all that. 10 years ago in 2010, I was actively coaching individual players in the state of Vermont. At least some individual players and doing some other stuff. But nonetheless, when I would go to these students' tournaments, I didn't have a tablet or a laptop that was connected to the internet, and I could just sit there and type my notes and hit save. So if my student was on the court and he was double faulting 12 times in a row into the ad court, I'm exaggerating for flavor, or if he missed every volley or every short ball or every half volley, I would get my tablet down and I would write down so we could debrief the match after the match. Mm-hmm. Now I get you started coaching a little bit later and that's okay, but we didn't have that stuff then. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why it's important to have a pen and paper or a tablet or something you could write on when you're on the court. Because if you're sitting out there, wasn't it... All
right, Gene likes a lot of girls, by the way. But Tomas says, by the way, what did you think about Muguruza versus Kenin last Australian Open? I thought really Muguruza was going to win that.
I did too.
She should have won that. But it seems like she started out right and then she got flat or nervous or something. But to me, I thought she was the better player. I was shocked that Kenin won that.
And no disrespect to Kenin,
Shocked, completely shocked.
But she has this really snooty type attitude on the court. You know, she demands the ball from the ball boy, and she gets it, and she slaps the ball on the ground, and she gets her towel, and she snatches it out of the ball boy's hand, and she goes over to the side, and she sits down for a drink, and she's pounding her feet on the ground like da 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 da, and then she gets up, and then she walks back to the baseline, and she snatches the towel out of the ball boy's hand, and gets the tennis ball, and she loses a point, she pouts and moans. Mm-hmm. I just can't buy into her.
Kenin is a drama queen, says Jean.
What's up? That's what I'm talking about. So, I mean, she
didn't like it too much when Andreescu beat her. Remember how she left the court?
Yeah, I mean, go USA and all that stuff. I get it. But also, I'm a firm believer in go everywhere. Go Serbia, go South Africa, go Antarctica, go Greenland, go Iceland. Let's go. Go Norway, go Sweden. You know, we should make a song. You know, back in the day, it was "We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who can make a brighter day." So
Maj said Kenin didn't get much attention after winning Australian Open, like Osaka or even Goff. I think that it's because of the way she's not very. I don't find her warm.
She's snooty.
She's snooty. And don't take this wrong, guys. And
she doesn't have a great story.
I don't find her attractive.
No, she does. Her parents came from.
I don't find her attractive. She does. I don't think she's very pretty. And
you know, she's
not different.
Yeah, she pulls the visor. She pulls the visor.
She looks like most.
And she looks like this.
I hate saying that.
Doesn't she look like this? She pulls her visor down.
Her personality, she just doesn't have much of one.
And don't worry,
she's kind of like Murray, kind of bland to me.
Well, she's not bland. I think she's more than bland, but she's very snooty.
Yeah, she did win Lion. Yes, I know. But I think Osaka, you know, she looks different. You know, mom from Japan. Dad's from what, Haiti?
Osaka?
Yeah, her dad is from Haiti.
That's a good guess.
I think so. Yeah. And I mean, she's just different. Someone we had never seen. She's got power in her game. I mean, she was like, well, you know, so I guess I think that's what people found intriguing about her. In golf, well, she's 15 years old. Well, now 16. The next American phenomenon or whatever. Phenom, sorry. So, I don't know.
You know, you mentioned the next American phenom. I have seen numerous articles that Coco Gauff says she wants to be the next greatest of all time.
Mm-hmm. Good for her.
That's a wonderful thing. However, how old was Serena when she won her first major? Was it at 18 years old with a 99 U.S. Open? Was it 18, 99 U.S. Open?
Could be 18, yeah, 19.
I think she was 18. I think it was at the 99 U.S. Open, and then, you know, here we are at 23. How quickly does Coco Gauff have to act? To
like now.
Like yesterday, right?
Yesterday, yeah. I don't think that'll happen for a while. Sinisa said he says, Osaka acts like nothing matters. She was 17, Alex? For sure she was 17?
No, I don't think. No, I
thought she was older than that.
Yeah, I think you're incorrect there. Maybe just by a few months.
Can someone check that stat?
Yeah, no, Serena was not 17.
Yes, girl's mother is
she
from
could
Haiti.
Be. She could. It might have.
My girl's mother's from Haiti.
Serena was born in August, right?
He said he's sure. Yes.
Well, Serena was born in August, and the U.S. Open takes place in the latter part of August. I still think
she's born in August. I thought she was like September.
Is she?
Serena is 1982.
And then she won the 99 U.S. Open. So maybe he's right. I thought she was 18, but heck, I mean, what do I know?
He's right, 17. Oh, well, he says she's 2 years older, 2 years younger than me, I think.
Either way, it's close.
I'm 40, Venus is 39, and Serena is 38. I was born in 79, 80, 81. She was born in 81.
Is anyone ready for Tennis Jeopardy? Is anyone ready for 5K Tennis Jeopardy? We can wait, but there's multiple people there.
Well, did you read that article before we start that about Nicholas Kicher? I think Gene sent me an article too about it. An Argentinian tennis player who was banned for 3 years for, betting or corruption of tennis betting, basically losing matches probably, and they just reduced his sentence to 4 months. If he helps other players understand what would happen, I guess if he helps them understand about the corruption in tennis. Well, what do you think of that?
Well, I haven't heard of this particular incident, but I think it's relatively normal. Speaking to someone I won't get into my personal life, but from someone that left society and
Well, I think I told the viewer that, and I think they stopped talking to us because of that.
yeah, I mean, I think we're all kind of
Serena was 17.
yeah, I think we're all kind of a family here, and sometimes I go on these rants, and everybody's like, well, why do you or how, how do I say this politically correct, or not politically correct, but right, so I don't, say the wrong thing. Put it this way: sometimes people will say that maybe I don't have the right to be so staunch or so steadfast on one particular thought, and that's okay. I mean, we have to understand that we're all human beings. But for nearly 5 years of my life, and I'll leave it at that, I lost my freedom. I couldn't go anywhere, not because I didn't want to, because I physically couldn't open the door, and I'll just leave it at that. I couldn't open the door; it was locked. I couldn't leave and go anywhere. I couldn't see my family. They could come visit me, but when they left, it was a pretty sad deal. And when I was in that place in time, I learned a lot of respect and humility for everyone around me, and began to understand that sometimes in life, it's not good to judge a book by its cover, but sometimes when there's 2,000 other brothers around you that might just dig in your freaking whatever and take advantage of you if you're not a soldier, then that's what I had to learn. I had to learn it relatively quickly. So with kind of that said, there's not really much that I'm not objective about, but there's certain things that kind of I guess flip the script in my head in a minute, not because that's me, but just because it was conditioned into me for a very long time. And if I didn't, then there would be a lot of disrespect coming at me. So I had to learn how to kind of put up my ground and maintain my ground. So anyway, so moving forward, if you had to though, if you were a player on tour, knowing that the French Open and the US Open now are projected for the end of the year, do you play both of them?
Well, we were still on this subject.
What was the subject?
About the guy who got his.
Sorry. Yeah,
you
okay.
went off somewhere.
Sorry.
Else,
okay,
yeah.
But back to that one. So the young man.
He said. So Gene says his best result was in 2018. This guy Nicholas, his best result was in 2018. It was the third round. Yeah, I think it's good. I think everyone deserves a second chance.
I forgot. I got on this thing and I lost my train of thought.
Yeah,
making sure I was trying to make sure I didn't say anything out of line. So let's rewind to that. I'm sorry, I drifted into space and time. However, when I was where I went for a very long time, half of a decade, I had an opportunity to be in something called Life Talks. Life. And Life is an acronym, LIFE, which stood for Learned Insight from Experience. So I committed to this program, and I was able to go out into the communities all over the Southeast and talk to young boys and girls that were incarcerated, youthful offenders, and could tell them my story about how I went from a tennis player to a doctor's kid to being incarcerated for nearly half a decade. And it was a blessing for me. But what did that blessing entail me to do? To educate young boys and girls about something that we think is a trivial decision can cost you a long time, and furthermore, it helped me I guess reacclimate with society a lot sooner because I was willing to share my stupid decisions with everyone else, and because I did so, I was given time off. So I don't, whatever this young man or woman did, I think right now, given the situation that we are all in, I think it's okay to forgive the young man, right?
Definitely.
I think it's okay.
If he learned from it, of course, and why not share his experience or maybe how he was influenced to lose matches or do certain things just to survive on the tour? Because I'm sure a lot of these guys, they're thinking, how am I going to be able to pay my bill to travel, go to this tournament? Maybe they're not having such good results. This is the only way they see out. Many of those guys, I think we were going to talk about this, but many of those people who know how to just play tennis, that's all they do. That's all they were born to do, or they never bother studying or bother doing any other thing. And this is what they do.
In my own experience, I'll talk about myself for a minute. When I went through my issues, my thing was I just wanted to do what all the other young men and women were doing, but I didn't have the financial means to do so. So I found a hustle to do so. And then it ultimately costed me a lot of freedom. So I'm assuming that this young man that has been blessed by an opportunity to get back to the game a little bit quicker, that he had something pressing him, whether it was a bill, whether it was a rent, or whether it was family, or whatever it may be. Something was tugging at him to make a mistake. And as young men and women, we make mistakes. And I'm great at making mistakes. I mean, I should have a gold medal in the mistake world. But nonetheless, I'm glad this young man gets a chance to get back in the game sooner. Geez, there's enough going on in this world these days.
There's a lot of pressure. Sometimes a lot of the stuff that people do, they are pressured to. And this guy deserves a shot. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. If I can go out and talk to kids in the community and get let go a lot sooner than was supposed to, then this young man deserves a break and get back into the game a lot sooner than hypothetically he was supposed to, especially given the circumstances we are all transpiring or traversing right now.
Gaming with Boromir says, do you think that this situation will damage the GOAT race for Djokovic and Nadal? Miss slams, Masters, weeks at number 1. Obviously it does.
Who said that?
His name is Gaming with Boromir.
Okay, so he or she is on the same brainwave I am. I actually had this written in after we do the 5K Tennis Jeopardy. So we're going to do a game show. We're going to give away some prizes or whatever you choose, and we'll show them to you. But I had this written in kind of for the end topic after. Pardon me. But this is a really good question. So let's talk about it now real quickly.
So there's a viewer out there, Maj. I think you won last time, but Maj, I think you said you were in Morocco. We have a friend that went to Morocco. He's now back. I guess they forced him to come back. But how is the status there in that country? I haven't heard much about Morocco.
Great question. One of the local guys that lives here in a little small island that we live in took a vacation to Morocco, supposedly for a couple of weeks. He got there recently and was told he had to go home.
He had to go home.
So he's coming back. So what's going on there? And hopefully all is well there.
And we'll get to your question, Gaming. I guess you want to do the Jeopardy first?
No, go ahead with this question because I gotta grab something I need for Jeopardy. I forgot.
He's asking about the GOAT race. I already asked the question.
Okay, so for the GOAT race though,
Raj says growing fast, like 20 cases a day. Oh wow.
For the greatest of all time race, it could, correct me if I'm wrong, but is it true that Roger Federer really is more than likely not gonna win another major? I mean, more than let's be real. Let's be honest. If you had $1 million, which no one has, but a few, but if you had $1 million and that's all you had, but if you wanted to bet, you had to bet it on Roger Federer winning another major. Would you risk it or just keep it?
I think he could win another major.
But would you risk everything for your kids in life?
No, I wouldn't risk anything for my kids in life. I wouldn't even risk it for Djokovic.
I meant that as an exaggeration, but I'm saying
I wouldn't risk it with any player.
If you had $10 left to your name, would you put it on Roger Federer to win another major? No.
$10?
Come on, stop kidding yourself.
$10?
Stop kidding yourself. Stop kidding yourself.
Why do you get so mad?
Just stop kidding yourself.
You don't need to get mad.
It's like Tom Brady going to win another Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Hell yeah, he is.
Man, you're crazy. He's crazy. He doesn't have an offensive line. He's going to get injured in his first 6 games. Watch. I don't want injury on anybody. But.
So going back to this question about...
Let me get something I need for Jeopardy. Ask this question. But
I did. It's about the GOAT race for Djokovic and Nadal.
But Roger Federer's not going to win another major anyway. And then
Random Chia says, I would not risk it.
Of course he's not going to risk it.
I'm a risky person.
Okay, second in line
Maj said he can at Wimbledon.
But would you risk your life savings on it?
Not my life savings, but if I only had $10 left to survive, I'll bet the $10.
You guys are crazy. You're crazy. He's not going to win another major. And look, I'm a fan. I'm not going to say that.
Nadal and Novak will have more Grand Slams at the end. Anyways, who knows?
Yeah, so, okay.
And Sinisa says, besides Wimbledon...
I'm going to get my Jeopardy game. Hold on.
Besides...
Run it, man. You can't run this?
I told you.
Let's go.
I told you guys, Justin, oh man. Sinisa says, besides Wimbledon, we know there will be 2 Grand Slams in the fall. So maybe. But I think that much number of weeks. Well, it depends on Novak's way of play. And then Maj says, well, Federer will win 1 more slam. I really think he'll win 1 more slam. Why not? And I don't think we're going to play Wimbledon. Wimbledon might be next year, just like the Olympics. And then Maj says, last year he played really well. Conditions suit him. It's easier on his body. Yeah, because he can serve and volley. Anybody that can serve and volley does well on the surface, even though I think the surface has slowed down quite a bit, but he could still slice. We know Federer has a good slice. Fed has a higher chance of getting the winning another slam. Come on, Wayne. That was messed up. You're a fan. How can you say that?
If you think Roger Federer's going to win another slam, you're a bigger blind fan than I am.
Tomas said, why would he not win Wimbledon again if he almost won it?
Wimbledon, it's not going to happen this year. Wimbledon, okay.
What should Justin do if Federer wins Wimbledon?
I'll do this show butt naked.
Ew, nobody wants to see
We can't do that. I get kicked off. What will I do?
Guys don't want to see that.
I'll get a tattoo of... No, I can't
Gene said, Justin, you're crazy.
Look, okay.
We should have him...
Does anyone think that right now... Okay, what's the date today?
It's the 21st
The March the 22nd.
Does 21st.
It's the 22nd, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't matter either way. But does anyone think that in, X amount of days, when all this stuff that we're dealing with is said and are supposedly forecasted to be said and done, does anyone think we're just going to be able to, okay, Wimbledon's on, everybody come on in the gate? I don't even think Wimbledon's going to happen. But even if it did, does anyone remember that John Millman has almost beat Federer the past, 2 out of 3 times that they played? Does anyone remember that Tennis Sandgren? I wouldn't even be scared, and I'm not even kidding you. I would play Tennis Sandgren and hope to win a few games on 1.5
Wayne
legs.
Chia says Switzerland's doing really bad with this, with the CV whatever.
Yeah.
But you know what though? He's got a lot of money that I'm sure, like Serena, he could stay in one spot and that's it. So I'm sure he'll be fine.
Look, Rafael Nadal is not going to be beat at the French Open for the next 2 or 3 years, barring some drastic injury, unless it's by Novak Djokovic. Dominic Thiem is not going to beat Rafael Nadal at the French Open.
Don't you think, guys, that Fed can play way better if he had less pressure? Well, anyone can play better if they have less pressure.
But not on 38-year-old knees. That's what everyone is missing.
And Gene says this situation is helping him to be fresh for the next upcoming slams.
No one gets it.
And then the Sinisa said 2 close Grand Slam is a good thing for somebody outside if the big three.
No one gets it. No one gets it
but Justin because he knows.
When you're 38 years old,
he knows.
I'm 42. When you're 38 years old and you've been on the tennis court since you were very young, the knees hurt. They hurt. They hurt badly. You can't even get out of bed without bracing yourself to help you get down on the toilet. They hurt. They hurt bad. They hurt inside. They hurt outside. They hurt in the middle.
For some, not for everybody.
Okay, well, they don't hurt for 500 millionaires that probably have doctors lined up the gazoo to get IVs, cortisone shots, painkillers, and so forth. But for me, waking up every morning, shit. That's Justin, why you call me old.
Yeah, Justin, you're old.
I am.
Let me tell you, I'm 40. I don't feel knee pain yet, thank God. But I do feel it in my shoulder. Yesterday I was serving against a student really hard because I wanted her to get a good match. 2 days in a row I did it. So my serving shoulder is starting to hurt.
All right, you guys ready for Tennis Jeopardy?
French Open has roof, so it'll be like playing indoor. That is not Nadal's best condition to win. Yeah, I heard he doesn't like that cold weather, but
the main part,
I still think he'll be fine.
The main advantage, or not advantage for Nadal, but the variable that equalizes the French Open isn't the air or the circulation or it plays a part. But the drastic or the most...
Tomas said, let's go. I'm 38, so I know, Sir John said. Oh, so we're close in age.
The most equalizing part of the French Open is the surface. Not the roofs, not the lights. I get it.
Yeah, it's the surface. The surface does it all.
I'm not saying it's not a variable or it doesn't have a percentage to be talked about. But
Didn't you see the first set at the Australian Open versus Novak this year? He was free. He was great, hitting free, that backhand. Same in 2017.
Who, Thiem?
No, are you talking about...
Dominic Thiem sucks, in my opinion. He jumps as one.
Master Splinter just doesn't do it for me.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Dominic Thiem, Master Splinter, Donatello, Leonardo, Michelangelo, and what was the other one?
Venus versus
Raphael.
Serena. Yeah, but they're sisters. They were dominant. That's why they were the oldest to play a Grand Slam final. They're the Williams sisters. They're special.
Master Splinter will never win a major.
No, he will never win a major.
Thiem
he might as well go eat some cheese. He might as well go eat some cheese.
Everybody, every coach, let's say.
I'm sorry. Every time I see him smile or he talks, I think of the rat in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
I just want to give him some cheese.
Yeah, you.
So he shuts up.
Look, when I was a kid,
Oh
like in
my
the
God.
80s, the original Nintendo came out. You know, the A and B button and the up and down D-pad and the start and select, and that was all you had, right?
Berrettini, your thoughts?
Berrettini sucks.
Berrettini better hope he's.
Oh, we
safe.
can't go there. That's disrespectful.
No, I hope he's safe.
We hope. Yeah, all due respect.
Oh, Berrettini tennis? I don't even think he can practice. Can they even go out?
Look, a year ago,
They can't even practice.
No, a year and a half ago. Forget about now because we don't want to get caught between a rock and a hard spot because Italy is going through some very tough stuff.
I don't think those guys can even go out.
So let's go back a year ago. What did I say? What did we say, Carla, a year and a half ago when we were talking about Matteo Berrettini?
What? You think Berrettini has a bigger chance to win a Grand Slam than Thiem? Sir John, come on.
Sir John.
Come on.
Berrettini slid into the ATP World Tour Finals just like Jack Sock did not terribly long ago. Berrettini, look at his calf to quad muscle ratio. Look at his quad to calf. His quads are there. His calves look like a doubles player. He slid in there because of some late season results, just like Jack Sock did. You know, much love, Italy. I'm with you. Much love.
says when the pressure starts, he starts slice. When the pressure starts, he plays those slices like last year Wimbledon's final. He has it in him just to play safe when pressure gets to him.
And he jumps at his one-handed backhand. And he jumps at his one-handed backhand.
No, this is Federer. Yes, he does feel the pressure. He starts slicing more. Very true.
True.
Sir John said joke. Guys, be real.
All right, I love you.
All right, let's start.
All right, Tennis Jeopardy.
All right, guys, ready?
Okay, here's how it's gonna work.
Here, so you could write your.
So I've got Tennis Jeopardy right here. Here's how it's gonna work. All right. First of all, we are gonna give out prizes. Prizes. Let me get my questions. This is all up in my. You're contaminating my atmosphere.
I was letting you write points. Say thank you.
Contaminating my atmosphere. Call me old, but yet you're playing the game that you call me old about.
But you're old because you feel more pains than I do.
Let's go. That was painful when I kicked your, 6'2" the other day on the tennis court.
Oh my God. Justin, I'm glad that you feel good, and I'm glad that I hit everything back to you.
That's your excuse, not my fault.
Here we go again.
Can't help all that. Just deal with it. Let's go. All right, so the prizes that we're going to give away, there's only going to be one winner. One winner. Last time I misspoke and I asked the wrong question, and someone got it right. Blah, 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 blah. And we sent out 2 prizes. Actually, there's someone that.
In case I win, I'll donate all prize money to the community.
Let's go. All right. So on this one, I'm either going to give away 2 sets of strings. 2 sets. A set of strings these days, quality. Somewhere between, $15 and $25 a set. So, about $30 value. So 2 sets of strings. And we can talk about, if you play, which type of strings you want or not. Now, a couple of the shirts that we'll do, we have some of the Y-Tex, really bright and vibrant bling bling shirts. Okay.
White.
We got some white. Boom. Okay, we got some long sleeve. Let's go. Okay. All right, some long sleeve. We got some white hats. Got some black hats. Let's go. And then also, I'm going to throw 2 things in. I'm going to throw 2 things in right here. Okay. 2 things I'm throwing in. Number 1, we've been tinkering around with making some fun shirts for 5K tennis. If you want one of those, then we'll just we'll get you one and send it to you. How about that? We'll leave it at that. Mm-hmm. Or 2, if you want like PayPal or Venmo, I think those are the 2 safe ways to make monetary transaction internationally. Cash App, whatever. Then we'll do like $20. Mm-hmm. So hat, 2 sets of strings, shirt.
I think Alex Couillards won the strings, and I just sent him a shirt.
Yeah, he's been beast mode.
Mm-hmm. I wonder whatever happened to Casper.
He's around. I can assure you.
He's in Poland. I hope they're okay.
All right, so here's how it's going to work. If you've all seen the game Jeopardy, I have 3 categories, and then I have a final Jeopardy. Everyone can play. I'm going to keep track of your money, and then whoever, of course, is sticking around, and last time I enabled everyone to bet their final Jeopardy money plus 1,000, but this time it's whatever you got. So if you're negative when we get to final Jeopardy, you're out. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So here's the 3 categories, and there are 6 questions in each category. Everybody ready? 1 category is this: rules of the court, rules of the tennis court. Follow me? Rules of the tennis court. You good over there? Mm-hmm. 2nd category is tennis, and the 3rd category is music. Tennis, music, and rules of the court. Okay? Winner takes the prize. You let us know. So, right now, you're not going to play it, but let's let you start it and pick the category. and then we'll go from there.
Rules of the court.
All right, rules of the court for 1 through 600. So you got rules of the court
100.
Okay. After this, Carla's not going to answer it. Whoever gets this question right first will have control of the board. Everybody understand?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Carla wants rules of the court. Her answer doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. She's not playing. You are. All right, rules of the court for 100. Here's the question. Everybody got their keyboards ready. There is a timestamp over here, so we can tell who gets the question first. And if it's the same minute or the same second,
it'll still put it in order.
It'll put it in order.
Yeah. See, they're smarter than us. You know, everything's smarter than us.
Okay. Question number 1. Rules of the court. Are you ready? For 100, the line that players stand behind to serve is called what? The line on the court that the players stand behind to serve is called what? The what line?
That was easy.
Someone better get it. I mean, that's 100. It's like the lowest total poll. What?
Baseline.
Who said that?
David Vulic.
David Vulic. What's up, Fresno? Let's go! Shoot. Let's go, Vulic. Okay, hold me, write his name down. David
Jimmy
Vulic.
Shore says service line.
Oh, you're off, bro. You better not tell mother-in-law that she's a witch, because you got to study the court dimension.
Baseline, but David got it first.
No. Baseline.
Baseline.
Correct.
Baseline.
Service line.
Finisat. Service line. No.
All right, David Vulic has got plus 100. So David Vulic is now in control of the board. Let's go. So here's the categories, David Vulic. You have tennis, 1 through 600, but 400 is gone. No, what? No. Rules of the court, 100 is gone.
Mm-hmm.
So rules of the court for 100.
He says same category, 200.
200. Let's go. Let's go, Fresno. Let's go, Fresno. Rules of the court for 200. Everybody's in? Let's go. The small, poquito, as we would say in Spanish. Poquito, small. The little abbreviated line on the baseline that separates the court is called what? So the little abbreviated line in the center of the court that the server has to step on one side or the other of, what is that small little line called? Let's go.
Still waiting.
Come on, man. Someone's better get that. You know,
what kind of tennis fans are you?
the server has to go on the right side or the left side of what to serve the ball into the according court. What is the little
separation line, said Tomas.
Nope. Come on, man. The little mark that separates the servers. Okay, I got to be on this side of it to serve over there, and I have to be on this side of it to serve over there. And you notice how I'm not saying the proper terminology on either one?
Wow, you guys are quiet.
Come on. That's for 200.
No clue, says Sir John.
Come on, Sergeant Jovanovic.
Come on, you guys got to...
Someone better get this, because this is absolutely elementary. If you're a tennis player, you walk on the tennis court, look, Google up dimensions of the court. Google up something. The little abbreviated mark on the center...
service line, said David.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Kill me, don't have any idea.
The little thing. What is it called? All right, I'm going to give Carl an opportunity.
Center mark.
Who said that?
Mosh.
Okay, he's got it. Thank gosh, I about had a heart attack. Holy cow. Who won this?
Mosh got 200.
Can we spell his name?
M-A-J-D from Morocco.
M-A-J, I can't see, man.
J-D, I know.
blind
He's
as a
old.
bat.
And he's wearing contacts. And I don't wear glasses or anything.
And I watch Jeopardy. Thank you for that. It's either the center mark or center hash mark.
Yeah, I call it center hash mark.
We got to know that,
All right,
guys.
what category you want?
We got to know that, guys.
Life. Oh, my God. Just Googled it. I'm bad. He said, gee. You want life?
Jeez,
tennis?
Man. So you can either choose rules of the tennis court for 300 to 600. You can either choose tennis for 100 to 600 or music for 100 to 600. Let's go.
Let us know, Mosh.
So right now, David Vulic, and Maj. Let's go.
Come on, Mosh. Choose a category.
Let's go.
Life. For how much, Mosh? You got 300. Life.
I got rules of the court, tennis, and music. Life was yesterday. Rules of the court, tennis, or music.
Yeah,
I think you said life.
I said life. Yeah, sorry.
No. Rules of the tennis court, tennis in general, or music.
Okay. Well, let him retype it because I messed him up.
Yeah, slacking over there.
Was Life the other day? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Life was yesterday. You just thought about it.
No, the other day.
All right, let's go.
Masha, tennis for 300.
Let's get down. Got that. Tennis for 300. Here we go. Everyone is on the board. Everyone's playing. Let's go. Who did Rafael Nadal beat and where? Who did Rafael Nadal beat and where did he win his first major championship? Who did Rafael Nadal beat and where did he win his first major championship?
I know where. Who, I don't remember.
Yeah, you're going to have to all look that up because even I had to.
Where? I remember. Roland Garros, Federer, Tomas said.
Negative, Ghost Rider. That pattern is empty.
No.
Yep.
I know it wasn't Federer. It was some older player.
You better Google that because someone else is going to be. Let's go.
Puerta, French Open.
Boom, who got that?
Maj
is in. Let's go. All right, Maj still got plus 300 on that.
Yeah.
One. So, okay, hold on, let me X that out. Plus 300.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Maj is now at plus 500. He's doing pretty dang good up in here. All right, so everybody's still going out there.
All right, what category?
All right, so remember, you have tennis for everything but 300. You have music wide open, and you have rules of the tennis court for everything but 1 and 200. Let's go.
I'm too good to watch. I'm too good. I watch a lot of tennis.
Let's go.
It's good for you.
Hold it down. This is an easy win for you then.
Well, he won last time.
Okay, well, let's send him some stuff.
Him and Alex won.
Let's go. All right, what's the next tip? What's the next deal?
He says music for 300.
Let's go. This is my category. I didn't look any of this stuff up. It's all off the top, all out of the head. Let's go. I didn't do any. Some of the tennis stuff I looked up, but music, nah. All right, here we go. This was all out of here. All right, music for how much?
300.
This was the question this was my favorite question of all of this. This is my favorite question. I should have made this a true daily double, but I'll stick with it because I didn't think about that. Next time, daily doubles. All right, here we go. Music for 300. Who was considered the lead person or the lead singer or the lead guitarist? Who was considered the lead person in the band The Grateful Dead? Who was considered the lead person in the band
The only reason I
The
know
Grateful
this
Dead?
Is because you listen to this every single morning, every single afternoon, every single night, driving, bathroom. He drives us nuts with this. Sometimes I just want to jump out of the second floor window.
Let's go. I just listen to it, because I spent a lot of time following these guys, and another band.
I have a feeling no one will know this.
Someone better Google that stuff.
You're gonna have to Google it.
No, you better Google it. Who is the lead person of the Grateful Dead? Who was the lead guitarist, the lead person? And he's deceased now at this
Jerry Garcia, said David.
Who got that?
California.
Vulic?
Yeah, Vulic.
Let's go. That was for 300. Let's get down. All right. David Vulic is at $400 and Maj is at $500.
Gene, you definitely Googled it. He said Jerry Garcia too, but he was late.
His mother-in-law told him.
Music for 400, says David.
All right, hold on. Let me scratch this out. Okay, let me scratch this out. Let me get that. Okay, he just took, music for 400.
Mm-hmm.
I think David Vulic is going to get this question because he's got that bandana on in his profile picture, so he's like, what's up? He's grinding with that bandana. So I think the Fresno guy is going to get this. So I think David is a favorite to get this question. And luckily, he chose it himself. All right, you ready for this?
Yep.
Music for 400. This should be off the top, bro. This should be off the top. Especially living in Cali, West Coast. Here we go. You ready? Music for 400. What two rap hip-hop, I would say hip-hop, but that's more... let's just say what two rap artists.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What two rap artists now deceased battled in the East Coast West Coast type standoff and had songs and had songs like All Eyes on Me or Juicy.
That's easy.
I'm assuming Vulic is going to get that.
That's easy.
Which two rap artists battled it off? East West Coast in the 90s, now both deceased.
Tupac, Big G.
Who said that?
Tomas. Tomas beat him by like
Oh, Tomas is in effect.
Tomas beat him by this much.
Let's go. Boom. Tomas has how much? Tennis for 400?
Biggie. I know he meant Big G.
He got it. Yeah, he got it. Tomas is in the house for plus 400. Just like that. Tomas now is on the board. We got 3 contenders now. Woo, let's go.
Maj said, I only know Eminem.
Oh man.
And then G says, I don't listen to rap.
It's all right. Just your mother-in-law. Your mother-in-law is holding that from you. She's keeping that from you, bro. Your mother-in-law don't want you listening to that.
Tomas said, boom.
Boom. Let's go.
Oh, all right, pick a category. What's left?
All right, you got a lot
Tennis.
left.
He said for 100.
Tennis for 100. We're breaking the cherry here. We're breaking the cherry. I think this is the first time we've done this. No, this is the second question.
Okay.
All right, tennis for 100. Here we go.
Alex Trebek wouldn't let that pass. David said he wouldn't let that pass. Yeah, but if he would have said it, he would have said Big E, Big G. Ah, come on.
But he got it. You know, and it might have been a quick typo.
Exactly.
All right, here we go. Tennis for 100. Let's go. Here we go. Tennis for 100. Who did Pete Sampras beat and where? Who did Pete Sampras beat and where in order to win his last major? Who did Pete Sampras beat and where?
I know this.
To win his last major.
I know this. That answer should be there like now. That's easy. Agassi at the U.S. Open. David got it.
All right, David's at plus 500, now tied.
Tomas at Wimbledon. Agassi.
Not Wimbledon.
Maj got it, but David got it first.
Who got it with the U.S. and
Agassi
first? It's David Vulic got it.
David, yeah.
All right, so right now, David Vulic has 500. Maj has 500.
He said music for 600.
Who's that?
David.
All right, here we go.
Or David. That's my dad's name.
Let's go.
Call him Nathan.
Yeah, her dad's name's David.
So John said Martina Navratilova.
All right, you ready for this?
He said, if you can't win, might as well make it funny.
Music for how much?
He said music for 600.
Ooh, that's a big question. Who sings the song? Who sings the song? What's up? Who sings the song? What's up? I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and
oh my God, you ruined that song.
Okay, whatever. I'm not a singer. I'm just telling you. Who sings the song? What's up? I scream to the top of my lungs. What's going on? Let's go. Who sings it?
David should get that.
Someone should get that. I mean, dang. Let's go.
49 Blondes. David got it.
Boom.
He's killing them.
Killing them. Plus 1,100. All right, so right now, David is at plus 1,100. Maj is at plus 500. And Tomas is at plus...
John got it, but too late.
Too late. Let's go. Next category.
I have 0 points, said Gene.
Keep it up. Keep it up, bro. Quick on the trigger.
What do we got? Tennis for 100, tennis for 200.
Tennis for 500. Tennis
music for 500, Alex.
Let's go. Alex. David just won that.
Yeah, that's what he said to you. Alex Trebek.
Let's go, Fresno. All right, here we go. Music for 500. Where, not who, but where was Elvis Presley born? Where was Elvis Presley born?
You're going to have to do some international songs next time.
Elvis Presley's like one of the most celebrated musicians ever in rock and roll history. Where was Elvis Presley born? Come on.
I know that one.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Las Vegas says Tomas.
Nope.
Memphis, Tennessee.
No.
I thought he was born in Memphis.
No, he died in Memphis.
Oh.
At Graceland, his home. But
somebody Google it.
Where was he born?
Google it. Tupelo.
Who got that?
Gene Schwartz.
Boom, you're in, Gene. Let's go.
Someone from Mississippi.
Gene got it.
All right,
Tupelo. Gene. So Gene's on the board plus 500. Let's go, Gene. That's how we roll in South Africa.
You just got 500.
Who would have thought? Someone from South Africa got a question right about Elvis Presley. Let's go. Thank Google for that. Maybe not. Maybe.
Why is everybody putting Tupelo, Mississippi?
Because that's where he's from.
Oh,
that's where he was born. That's correct, but Gene got it first, right?
Oh, yeah.
Who was the first person to say Tupelo, Mississippi? Gene won it. All right, next question. We got tennis for 100, 200, 500, 600, music for 1, 2, and 5.
What was I thinking? Yeah.
And we got rules of the tennis court for 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's go, and it's on Gene Swart. Let's go.
He said, my mother is law. Oh, in law.
Yeah, my mother is law. All right, come on, Gene Swart. What's your category? Let's go.
See, my mother wasn't in charge of my house.
All right, where's he
Let
at?
me listen. That song. Huh?
Oh, what's your category?
What's your category? What do we
What's
got
your category? We got the category of tennis.
He said tennis for 500.
Let's go. Tennis for 500. Here we go. Everybody ready? Everybody on the buzzer? Here we go. What is the name for the left side, right? I'm just making sure people understand.
Mm-hmm.
What is the name for the left side of the tennis court for each player?
Easy.
If I'm a player standing in front of the center hash mark, the right side is called one thing and the left side is called one thing. What is the name for the left side of the tennis court for each player?
Deuce.
No, that's wrong.
Outside.
Who said that?
Well, he corrected himself and then he said outside.
Who said?
Gene.
All right, he's in.
He said wrong side. He said the wrong one. But
He got it. He got it. So Gene won that one, and that's for how much?
But I thought when you answer it wrong, you can't.
But he got it in the same message?
Yeah.
Okay, he's got it.
Deuce, and then he said outside.
Yeah, he's got it. Okay, so that was tennis for how much? 500?
Yeah.
Yeah, plus 500. All right, so Gene has $1,000 right now. David Vulich has 1,100. Maj has 500, and Tomas has 400. All right.
All right. What category, Gene?
Gene, it's on you, bro. You got music for 1, 2, and 5. You got tennis for 1, 2, 5, and 6, and you got rules of the court for 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's go. What you got, Gene? Lay it down.
He's a fag.
Let's go, Gene. Come on, category, bro. Let's go.
Tennis 200.
Tennis 200. Let's go. Come on.
That's how I'm going to start saying that word.
Tennis for 200. Here we go. Who did Pete Sampras surpass? Who did Pete Sampras surpass to hold the record of most majors before Roger Federer surpassed Sampras? Who did Pete Sampras surpass to hold the most majors? Who did Pete Sampras surpass?
Emerson, said David.
Let's go. He's got it.
He's got it.
Let's go. So that's plus 200. So David is just racking up the cash over here.
With Vic, names arrives later because distance. Ah, okay. Even though we have someone from Morocco that's answered, and first, so.
Let's go. All right, so David is in the lead now with
rules for 600.
All right, rules of the tennis. Who's shooting?
By the way, I like what Sir John said. I have 5 zeros. That is 5 million. So I'm in the lead.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so what's this category?
Rules 600.
Rules of the game for 600. Here we go. Spend some time on this. All right. Rules of the tennis court for 500.
600.
600.
Yes.
600. Big time stuff. Here we go. 600. Rules of the game or tennis court for 600. If, not a who, not a when, but an if an object or a ball or anything rolls across the tennis court during an active point, what is called, if two players are playing and something rolls across the court in the middle of the point, what is called?
Reply, said Tomas. Okay. I didn't see your answer, Tomas. It just says reply.
If you're a tennis player in the middle of a point.
Redo point? No.
Nope.
Disturbation? No.
Nope. If you're playing the game.
If you're playing a point, it messes you up. You're in the middle of a point and the ball rolls. Replay.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, and you cease the point.
It's not replay.
No, and you cease the point right in the middle of it. And you're like, hold up. What do you say? What's the call?
Time out? No. Replay the point? Ha ha ha. No, guys, come on.
Come on. What's called? If I'm playing in a point and someone
Fault? No.
Nope.
Hindrance? No.
No.
Wow, we're gonna make you guys do laps. If you guys were my students, you would be
Yeah,
running
you guys
right
be
now.
doing push-ups already. If I have another match going on next to me, or
First serve?
No. It's 3 letters, guys. It's 3 letters. What is it?
DQ? You
No.
lose point?
No.
Wow, you're
Come
all
on.
running. All 11 people are running.
Everyone should get out there and give me 10 push-ups right now. Let's go. Give me 10 on the knuckles, and then give me 10 more after you get back up, and then give me 20 after that.
You don't see it much in pro tennis because they have ball boys and all this.
Well, an umpire would call it anyway.
But an umpire
An
would
umpire
call
calls it. Yeah, I mean it happens in every
Even
tournament.
if a bird came flying into the court,
Yeah, if someone
they would call it.
Yeah, if a bird flies across and also too, if a player has a shirt that's the same.
Like Serena's beads or Venus beads, someone's beads fell into the court and they had to call it.
Holy shenanigans! Is no one going to get this, Batman?
Just come on the court and beat you up.
Okay,
Stop.
I'm gonna let Carla get involved in this game now.
Come on, guys. This is for how many points?
For 600.
Nobody wants a 600
Can someone
points.
can
You can't
someone
just
Google
it?
that up for 600 points?
Tell you what, I'll give you 10 seconds.
20 seconds. Google
See,
that
old
up.
man's getting up again.
Come on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Mitrovesa, can you repeat it?
Okay.
If there is a ball or there's something that interferes while you're playing a point, what is it called?
Yeah, if you're in the middle of a tennis match, umpire, whatever, and an object or a fan moves in the crowd or light shines in their eye, whatever.
3 letters.
3 letters. If you have to stop the point and replay it because something happens that obscures the line of sight, some arguably say
It's not timeout.
Some arguably say the grunt could qualify as it, but what's it called? Come on, this is for 600. Come on, let's go. Let's go. You know, I have to say, you run laps, jumping jacks, everything. Let's go.
I cannot believe that tennis fans that watch tennis, they don't know this.
Let's go. Come on. What's it called when the match is interrupted due to some strange, random thing? What does the umpire call? Wow. All right. So
Mitrovesa says do know. I'll tell you guys then.
okay, it's called a let. L-E-T, a let. So let's say when you serve on your first serve and it clips the tape and falls into the court, let, first serve. When an object rolls into the court or if someone distracts the player's line of sight, fans move, it's called a let. And that's translatable, I think, in different languages, but it's called a let. So if I'm playing Carla and there's a court going on next to me, the ball comes over the
David
fence.
goes like this.
It's called a let.
It's a let.
It's called a
yes,
let.
if you play tennis and you're playing a match and even it's called let. You got to restart it.
All right. So you know in Jeopardy it happens. Some people just don't know the answer. But
All right. Well, who was the last person that had it?
who was the last one on that? Who was controlling the board?
It was David. All right, David.
All right, David, what you got, bro? Let's go. We got rules of the court for 3, 4, and 5. We've got tennis for 100, 200, 500, and 600, and we have music for 1, 2, and 5.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get down. Let's go.
Tennis for 500? Okay, tennis for 500.
Tennis for 500. Here we go. Big question. Tennis for 500. What is the name for the left side of the tennis court for each player? What is the name of the left side of the tennis court for each player? I asked the right side. Now the left side. I already got it right here. I got it written right here. What is the name for the left side?
Deuce.
No.
See, you asked that before. You asked that.
Where?
Jen had said add. You mixed that up.
Where do you got that?
Deuce.
Okay, who said that?
Well, the first person is Maj. Deuce.
Okay, then we're gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
So Maj just got it.
Yeah.
See, did I fuck up another one?
Yeah, you did. because Gene had said add before.
All right, scratch. I'm going to ask a question off the top of my head, simple. And this is tennis for how much?
For 500.
Why do I always do that? So stupid. Come on, wake up. Let's go. All right, here's the question.
So he's re-asking the question because he messed up. He already asked this question.
I already asked the question. Chicken scratch on the fly.
So what happens when you get old?
Here's the question. I'm going to come up with this out of my head. I'm going to ask it simple.
So David, he's re-asking the question, so everybody get ready.
I'm going to re-ask the question. All right? Let me think. Okay, I got the question. Last year, an umpire, a referee, climbed down out of his chair to try to calm down a specific player and get him to try. Who was the player that the referee tried to come down and tried to get the player to calm down and try, and then the referee kind of got into trouble for doing so? You remember?
Mm-hmm. I don't know the referee's name.
Not the referee. Who was the player? The referee climbed down out of his chair and was like, "Come on, dude. You got to do better than this."
Here it goes.
Who got it?
Gene Schwartz.
All right, he's in. All right, so that was for how much?
500.
All right.
Tennis for 500.
All right, tennis for 500. God, he's in. All right.
All right, pick the next category.
Here we go. So we have tennis for 100, 200. We have music for 100, 200, and 500. And we have rules of the tennis court for 300, 400, and 500. Let's go. And this is trash. Done. All right, let's go.
All right, Gene, pick your category.
Let's go, Gene. Let's go. Come on. I'm pulling for you, bro.
Gene said music for 500.
Let's go, music. Let's go. All right, music for 500. Which instrument did Stevie Ray Vaughan play? Which musical instrument did Stevie Ray Vaughan play and is known for? Stevie Ray Vaughan. Let's go. What's the instrument?
Guitar, said David.
David's in. David's up. He got plus 500 here?
Yep.
Was that 500?
That was
500, right?
500, yep.
All right, so he's at 1,800. All right, you're in. All right, here's what's left, guys. It's getting close. We have tennis for 100 and 200 and 400. 1, 2, 4, and 6. 1, 2, 4, and 6. We have music for 100 only left.
Tennis for 100.
Let's go. We already. This is supposed to be easy for 100, right? This should be easy.
Yeah.
We've already asked a bit of this, but
this. Need to hurry up. Yeah.
This is even more simplistic. Who did Pete Sampras beat to win his first major? Who did Pete Sampras beat to win his first major? Look that up.
I can't. I'm not getting out of it.
Who did Pete Sampras...
You don't know that? And you wrote it?
I wrote it, but I know someone's going to look it up. I don't have it right off the top of my head.
Oh, okay.
Who did Pete Sampras beat to win his first major?
For 100, was it?
For 100.
So why are you scratching 200?
Because I just asked that last time.
Oh, okay.
Let's go! Come on!
Agassi?
That was his first?
That's what David said.
You have to look that up.
Masha Becker.
I think that's correct. I thought that. But look that up. Sampras' first major.
And you know my phone is about to die. So
well, just, I get you an extension cord. You know what I'm saying? You want me to get you an extension cord? I'll get you an extension cord.
No, don't. Sampras born... his profession began and ended at the 2008 U.S. Open.
Just click on the Wikipedia and hit first major. You'll see it by year.
I cannot believe that you did this and you didn't even look up the answer.
Look, just find the youngest year.
Yeah, 1990. He beats Andre Agassi.
Boom, it began and ended with Agassi. So who said that?
It was David.
He's in, so that's plus 100. He's plus 1,900. All right, here's what's left. Tennis.
It was Agassi. It wasn't Becker, guys.
It was Agassi. Tennis for 400.
Mm-hmm.
Tennis for 600. Music for 100. And rules of the court for 300, 400, and 500. Let's go.
David said tennis for 200.
I've already done tennis for 200. I got rules of the court.
He's got tennis for 400.
I got tennis for 400 and tennis for 600.
Tennis for 400.
All right. Tennis for 400. What current tennis player told a legendary player, or now coach, but what current tennis player told a legendary player, now coach, to basically take his puppy and get lost?
His puppy.
What current player
Come
told...
on, guys. He talked about this a lot.
What current player told a legendary player...
Tomic, nope.
No, told him to take his puppy and get lost. Come on. Let's go.
It's not Tomic.
What little...
Zverev.
Who got it?
Gene's got it.
Boom. Gene... Major mess over here. Major mess. But Gene Swart, I wish you could come over here and clean up my mess, because that's a big mess over there. All right, so he's got 400, right?
Yep.
All right, so Gene is at plus 1,900 and tied right now with David Vulic. So right now you got Tomas at plus 400, David Vulic at plus 1,900, Gene Swartz at plus 1,900, and Majd at plus 500. All right, so that one's done. We have tennis for 600, music for 100, and rules of the game for 3, 4, and 5. Don't worry about it. I got it.
Okay, can you bring in my charger, though? My charger. It's right there.
Let's go. I'll get you a deal. Wait
tennis for 600.
Tennis for 600. All right, here we go. There you go. I got my young man.
He said you gotta love live streams. Ha ha ha. Yeah.
Man, I got like a gallon of water and ice. Oh, well, actually it's lemonade, but it's all over the floor. All over my floor.
All right, tennis for 600.
Tennis for 600. Here we go. Big question. Billie Jean King beat who? Billie Jean King beat who in the battle of the sexes? Who did Billie Jean King beat? I gotta get this. Go ahead. Who
Just
did they
get him
beat?
up.
Who did they beat?
Connors, no.
What? Billie Jean King beat Connors.
No. She wish.
Billie Jean King beat who in the
The battle of the sexes. Come on.
Yeah, dude used to say I could play
Bobby
tennis.
Riggs. David's got it.
Oh man, this guy's killing it.
Mitrovic said Navratilova. Are you kidding me?
Let's go, Fresno. Let's go. On lockdown out there out west. You know, west side, locked up. Let's go. Jeez. All right, so he's got how much on that one? 600?
600.
Ooh, homeboy's doing big things.
No, he got it for
600.
Yeah, 600.
Yeah,
He said music for 100.
He's plus 2,500, bro.
Music for 100.
Dangs, man. All right, so the category tennis is over. There's no more tennis question. This music for 100 is the last question for music. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready to rumble? All right, here we go. Music for 100. Which performed the song It's Been a Hard Day's Night? It's been a hard day's night and I've been working like a dog. And when I come home to you,
I don't
and
even know
everything that I do,
That's
it makes
supposed
me
to be easy.
feel all right.
Beatles. Wow.
Who's got it?
David.
Boom!
This
Guy's killing it. 2,600. All right, so music is done. All right, we have 3 questions left before Final 5K Tennis Jeopardy. So we have rules of the court for 300, 400, and 500. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! Get motivated in here. Let's go. I feel like the Joker or Jack Nicholson on anger management. Shut your pie hole.
Why can't I read the comments? I'm seeing, oh my God, and then, are you guys just not typing anything?
I don't know.
A few people's comments.
Let's go.
What's the next category left?
We only have 3 questions left. Rules of the court for 300, 400, and 500.
All right, David.
You got your questions back?
Yeah, but I see mine, but I can't see. Don't want a pin message. No.
Technical difficulties.
Unpin message.
All right. Lack of preparation.
Okay, I can't see David's comment. Can you see it, Chris?
What are you asking me? I speak.
You can speak. Do you see
Can you
David?
speak?
What did he say?
Huh?
He said 300. Okay, I'm gonna get out and go back in. Go ahead.
All right, so he wants rules of the court for 300. You stick with me, Chris.
We're gonna need your help.
See, Chris is my beast mode. Chris is my.
Okay, I see it now. David for 300. Got it.
Rules of the court for 300. Let's go.
I miss tennis
Thanks,
too,
Chris.
Carteri. The net speed is only good. Send him for death.
Are we good? We back in it?
Yes.
All right. Rules of the court for 300. Here we go. The length. Are we good?
Yeah, go.
The length of the tennis court from one baseline to the other is how many feet? The length of the tennis court from one baseline to the other is how many feet? You should know this.
Where are you going now?
I gotta grab something. I dropped my whole cup. My throat gets dry.
Uh-huh. Even my son's laughing at that. Waiting for a response. I guess people are Googling it.
The length of the tennis court.
78, said Maj.
Maj is in effect. Let's go. I was waiting for you to come back and make some noise. Let's go. Royal Rumble. Woo. Maj just made some noise. All right, so that was 300. So Maj is in effect.
He better not get sick, said Carteri. No, he just has he can't sit down to watch a movie. He can't sit down to do anything.
I got too much energy. I can't just sit for like an hour.
If you would have used it in metrics, we still would have figured it out.
Yeah, I can't sit for too terribly long.
All right, what's left?
Right, okay, so we only have 2 questions left until final 5K Tennis Jeopardy. We have rules of the court for 400 and 500.
All right, Maj, which one?
What you got, Maj, in control of the board? Let's go! 400? See?
How did you see that before me?
Because he's got the rapid
400,
stuff,
okay.
right? All right. Now, somehow, I have to come up with another one for 400 because I didn't scratch that out.
Because he's old. Uh-huh.
See what I'm saying? That's so much bullshit.
All right, go ahead. Make up
some. I mean, I came up with the whole game.
Okay, rules of the tennis
court. Rules of the tennis court. Okay, here we go. Rules of the court off the top. This is easy stuff. Kind of like that center hash mark that no one got. And kind of like the let that no one got.
Can you believe no one got the let, Chris?
My 15-year-old son's back here like, how did no one get that?
No one got the let.
I always start all the students out with like elementary line calls from the get-go.
No one got the let.
No one got the let. All right.
Gosh, I'm 20, by the way. It's okay to be old.
All right, here we go.
But see, 40 is not old. It's just him.
All right, here's the question. Off the top. When, this is the who, what, when, where, how, and why, but this is when the server misses both of his or her serves, it is called a what?
Oh my gosh, if you guys don't get this, I'm going to make you do 20 push-ups each.
If you miss both your first serve and second serve, it is called a what?
Let me know if you see the answer before me, Chris. Who got it? Maj got it?
Maj is in effect.
Where do you see that? Maj got it? Are you sure it wasn't Gene?
No, he's watching it. So whichever one came up for, don't touch the screen though, because it'll jack
It's Maj? Mm-hmm. Okay, so right. Maj got it. So Maj is in.
Maj is in. Maj has got it in. The proof is in the pudding. All right, so that was for 500? No, that was for 400.
400.
All right, so here we go. Put the last question's on the board, and Maj is going to get it.
So Chris, I'll go with you because you can see it first.
Okay, last question until final 5K Tennis Jeopardy. And I think I'm going to up the prize level on this too because this has been a really
I think Tomas gave up because I don't see him making comments anymore.
He's still in it.
No, but I think he gave up.
That's all right. Hey, we're doing our best to spread tennis love.
All right, let's go.
All right, here we go. All right, the last question, here it is. When playing tennis and you're serving, and your foot steps over or onto the baseline before you make contact with the ball, it is called a what?
Tell me,
Gene.
Gene got it?
Football.
Football. Gene's in. All right, and that was for 500. All right, so right now...
Guys, don't type anything. This one is mine.
Gene.
Then why'd you type it? You should just type the answer.
Gene. Okay, Gene got that. So right now, Gene is at plus 2,400. David Ulrich or Vulic. I need some pronunciation rules there.
David Vulic.
Okay, David Vulic, Fresno. What's up, Fresno? West Coast is at plus 2,600. Jeans is at we said it plus 2,400.
See, it's getting old.
Majd is at plus 12.
Vulic.
Is at plus 1,200.
Mm-hmm.
Tomas is at plus 400.
Where you at, Tomas?
Now, you're going to make your bets before I answer the question, but I'll go ahead and tell you what the final Jeopardy question is.
So those are the only 4 people playing.
Only 4 people that are allowed to play Final Jeopardy is here.
Vulic.
But I want the bets in right now. I want your monetary bets right now.
Put David, put your bet in. Gene, put your bet in. Maj, put your bet in. And Tomas.
Before I ask the question, and the category is upsets. Upsets. Okay, like biggest upsets, like someone upset this person. You know, this person was expected to win, but they didn't. That person upset them. The category is upsets.
David,
I'll bet it all. He said, "I bet it all."
Who said that?
David
and Maj.
Maj said all in.
All right, so Maj is all in. David is all in. What about Gene Swartz?
Waiting on him. Come on, Gene, where you at?
Yeah, bro.
He said all in.
All in.
All in.
And I don't think Tomas not here.
All right. Well, it's a runaway anyway with the other guys.
All right, guys, get ready. Here we go.
All right. This is the final question. And now I'm going to go because we're sending something out. I get it's important. And you know, it should be. If the answers come in.
Tomas said all in.
All in.
Oh, there you are.
Okay, all in. He's all in. Tomas plus 400.
I give myself 0. He's betting all the zeros. All the zeros he has.
All right. So there's 4 players left. Look, if one answer comes in at first and we wait 5 seconds and there's another one, okay. But if one answer comes in and there's like another one, obviously because someone's Googling something or something and it's like a minute later or 20 seconds later. But if they come in boom, 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 because of a delay and cables and stuff, I get it. But they need to be pretty quick, and then we'll look at the money. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
But if it's one person sends it immediately, and someone's 20 seconds later, then
Well, that's not how it's gonna work. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I mean,
here's
that's
the
fine.
question. Here's the question. Here's the question. Everybody ready? Here we go. Final 5K tennis Jeopardy.
Boom, boom.
Can I get a drum roll? I'm just kidding. All right. Here it is. The category is upsets. The miracle on ice happened in what sport and between what 2 teams? The miracle on ice included what sport and which 2 teams? The miracle on ice was in what sport and between what 2 teams?
I know the sport. I know one team. I can't remember the other team. I think I know.
David said ice hockey, Russia, USA.
Boom, he's in. Okay, now
What?
make sure
Make
sure no one else happens in like 5 seconds or 10
or-
seconds.
No, you can't do 10 seconds.
Ooh,
Ice skates
yeah,
Canada and
it's
China.
over.
Tomas, no.
Okay, it's over.
David, you won.
Let's go!
Terry said ice skating for fairies.
What's up, Carterry? Let's go! But actually, there's some beasts out there, though. There's some beasts out there in the ice skating world. It's not really because if I went on the ice, I'd get my teeth knocked out. But David.
So John said, shame I don't hear questions and answers already start running, but never mind, it's just a game.
David.
What you want, David?
David.
Email me at 5ktennis@mail.com. I'll put it in here.
Yeah, what's up, Fresno, West Coast? So if you want a long sleeve Whitex shirt, or short sleeve Whitex shirt, or Whitex hat, 2 sets of strings. If you want the cash, I'll send it to you
A
immediately.
hat.
A hat. If you have PayPal or Venmo or Cash App, I'll just send it to you immediately. I'll send you $20 immediately, like right now. Whatever you want. If you want the shirt, if you want a 5K
He
tennis.
said, I donate the price to Sir John.
Okay.
Really?
Surgeon Jovanovic?
Sir John, are you listening?
Where's Surgeon Jovanovic? That's cool. We'll do that too. That's fine. Donate it to the cause. I get it. A surgeon out there.
I think TM should be a figure skater, not a tennis player. The rat ice skating.
All right. So again.
So Sir John, I mean, David's being nice. So send me your information. What do you want?
Yeah, so again, David in Fresno, West Coast won it and is donating it to Surgeon, and it's Jovanovic, right? I think he's in Serbia?
I think Sir John's in Serbia, if I'm not mistaken.
Let us know. Get it worked out because it's yours and we'll do it immediately.
Sir John, my email is 5ktennis@mail.com.
5ktennis@mail.com. Her cell phone number for anyone out there, you can text it. It's area code 251. That is 251-404-0011. You can catch up with us on Facebook at
Whiskey, I bet.
Justin space Carla with the C space Davis. You can see us on Facebook at 5K Tennis, on Instagram at 5K Tennis.
Okay, guys, stop donating it. Come on, somebody donated to you. Now the other person is donating it. Come on.
All right, that's it, everyone. Much love to everyone. It was a really great time.
That's messed up. Carterri.
What is that?
Carterri, I know you're bored in California, man.
He's locked up. He's on lockdown.
Well, let me know. I mean, Sir John, what are you doing? I already won T-shirt here. A bunch of guys who want anything. Gene? Okay, so Gene, do you want to give it to Gene before we log off?
Let's give it to the young man in South Africa.
Gene, you got my email. You email me almost every day.
Gene thinks his mother-in-law is a witch. I mean, we should give him a shirt.
But it's his mom. He says mom's a witch.
He thinks his mother-in-law is a witch. Let's give the brother a shirt. You know, he's going to put on a concert. Let's give him a shirt to wear.
Send me what you want. You got my email. You know how to get in contact with me.
So are we in agreement that Gene Swart is somehow a winner?
Yep.
Like he is just that random lucky winner?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, Gene Swart. Luck is on your side today, bro. Hold it down. Send us your info, and we will send you whatever you want to South Africa. And again, if you want the cash, bro, no problem. You can tell your witch mother-in-law.
Don't let her watch the show because she'll get mad at us.
She might get pissed, but she won't be so mad when she gets the 20 Twizzles up in the bank account. So let me get that information, bro. All jokes aside, and maybe maybe you can show Mama the $20, and maybe you guys kind of reset that relationship. Like, I love you. You're my mother-in-law, and you're a witch, but I got $20 for you. It's okay. I love you. We've been through so much. Let's go. So let us know, Gene Swart.
We'll do another one.
All right. Is that it?
Getting cash from the feds. I'm getting cash from the feds.
Let's get down.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right. Take care. See you later.
When will be next stream? Somebody said.
You guys call it. When is it supposed to be? Because Carla and I always argue. Look at my gray ass hair showing. Look, so Carla and I always argue about, not argue, but we debate upon when it's best for everyone for the next live show. Because no one even logs on in the first place. But nonetheless, when is the best time? You tell us, and then we'll log it in. So
tell us the time.
You tell us.
Send us a message. Make comments on this video. When is the time, and we'll look at it.
Yeah, let's say
and we'll do another live one.
Let's say in the comments the first 10.
We were trying to do it by the water just to give you guys, some guys that are stuck at home.
Yeah, a different view.
Today was super windy, but we'll try to do it when it's not windy.
Yeah,
even though we're not allowed to go to the beach in Alabama, but the water's right behind us.
Yeah, and sometimes at night or in the evenings, by the way.
Carterri said around 1 Pacific.
1 Pacific, so 3 o'clock Central, which would make it like 9 o'clock at night in Serbia. And I only say Serbia because like 15% of our viewers are in Serbia. And then you got like 17 hours ahead in Australia. There's like 10% in Australia. And then it's like 6 hours ahead in London or in the UK. So again, let's get a time frame and we'll do it.
Let Carla pick questions. Let's make harder questions. This was easy. All right.
Who said that?
Sir John.
But wait a minute. Surgeon was gifted the win.
You couldn't answer the lead question.
No one answered the lead question.
I would go to pee every 5 minutes.
Look,
that's exactly what he was doing.
My grandma on my mom's side.
If we're still alive. I hope so.
My grandma at 101 that died a long time ago.
Said this time is good.
Let's go. Talking about I went to the urinal too much. What's up with that? God damn. It's like my wife said all the time.
All right, guys. See you mañana.
So is it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Now, she was just yelling at me this morning.
Well, because guess what?
Like, we're not going to do it.
Our students chickened out, or some of them came earlier. They didn't want to risk it, tomorrow in case something changes tomorrow. So we only got 2 lessons tomorrow. Usually it's the whole day.
Wasn't there a Tupac song, Changes? You see, I see no changes. All I see is racist faces. You remember that? So you said changes. We had Tupac.
Now I got to go hunt for paper towel.
Copyright.
Let's go. What? Oh, no, because I sound like ass anyway.
All right, guys.
All
Take
right,
care.
see you tomorrow. Take care. Boom. And what time?
No time. We'll try to do well.
I just told you what time. She just said no time.
Well, I gotta tell my student to come early. So.
All right, let's get down. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Mañana.
Nizzle my nizzle.
But we gotta. I'll do it. I'll do it.
No, come on.
See you guys. That was awesome. Look at little JD though, by the way. Oh, look at that little guy. That's me when I was 2. Let's get down. That was in California, David Vulich, by the way. That was Encinitas when I was 2.